All right, green lands, marshlands, animals, rivers of water, streams of waters. All right, it was once a paradise of land, man. But the so-called white man turned it into a defiled cesspool. All right, of concrete, man. So the Most High is going to bring this place to a desolate wilderness. He's going to wipe all the cities off the face of America, all right, with thermonuclear missiles. Okay, go ahead.
Right, it says, for violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
See that? That's that recompense. That's that payback. All right? That's that revenge. All right? That's coming from the Most High, man. The Most High is going to be judging. All right? You so-called white people. All right? And he's sending his son, whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, the so-called black man, to make his garments red with blood, with your blood, man. You're going to be slaughtered out here by the Lord, man, because of what you did unto us, man. The apple of his eye. All right? The apple of the Lord's eye, man. All right? America's not but a cesspool of wickedness, man. And the Most High is going to destroy it, man.
Isaiah 34 in 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
And that's spiritual, man. That's a beautiful scripture, because now the word of the Heavenly Father is going out all throughout the world. All right, by way of the internet. All right, by way of the prophets that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai has raised up, beginning with our elders, the head apostles. All right, to bring this word out. Okay, so the earth hears this word, man. All right, go ahead.
The world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Right, the Lord said his indignation is righteous anger. So the result of righteous anger means a lot of death, a lot of killing, man. Okay? Because what does the law state? All right? The law states that the penalty of breaking the law, statutes, and commandments is death. All right? Meaning you get killed for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. So the Most High is going to execute the law, statutes, and commandments on America in his final judgment, man. All of this damn wickedness, all of these faggots and lesbians and fucking transgenders, all right? Spiritual and physical wickedness, man. The Most High is about to have his righteous anger rain forth on you, man. All right? Which means you be put to death. You be killed. All right? Indignation, bro. Go ahead.
I got one reason why America is going to be destroyed. Right? This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Right? And that's going into America. America was the one that stole you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? And we're still to this day found in them damn devil's hands, man. Right? So the punishment of that, or the judgment of that, is death, man. Right? And that's plain. I don't really need no serious breakdown, man. They stole us from the lands that we were in. They put us in slavery, and as a result of that, America is going to get destroyed, man. Why? Because they want to take on the laws, the statute commandments onto themselves, right? They want to call themselves the Jews. They want to call themselves Christians, right? So guess what? The Most High is going to apply this law to you, and He's going to judge you for it, man. So if anybody needs a reason why America must be destroyed, that's just one of many. That's just one of many reasons why America must be destroyed, and why America is going to be destroyed by the Most High via nuclear fire, man. If anybody wanted to know, you know.
Now That word hand comes from Hebrew and Yah, which means power. So we're still in Esau's power to this day. Oh no, you're free.
Yeah.
That's what they'll say. But we're still in your power now. Right? Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Ye have utterly destroyed them, ye have delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out.
See that? See? That's the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord, man, is going to mean a lot of people are going to get put to death. That's the day of the Lord. Not everybody is going to be living in peace and harmony and still, doing their heart's desires, still living in their own wicked ways, man. The Most High is coming to set order on the earth. Because this place is all out of order, man. All right? This place is out of order. And mainly, this place is not going to even be inhabited, man. The Most High is going to wipe this place off of the face of the earth, man. Amos 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and he will destroy it off the face of the earth, man. Okay? That's what the scriptures say. All right? Yep.
It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Yeah, meaning you're going to be dead on the ground. And nobody's going to be able to bury you. You're not going to have no burial. You're not going to have no funeral. All right, a lot of you people are going to be left on the streets like shit on the ground. All right? And then that fire's going to come and fucking burn your fucking carcass up, man. All right? That's judgment of the Heavenly Father, man. This is nothing nice. This is nothing sweet. All right? Because what's going on in the earth is just utter madness, man. And the Most High is about to make a reckoning, man. All right? That's why you see all these hurricanes sweeping through, the way they're sweeping through. All these earthquakes hitting the way they're hitting. These uproars of the people, these racial tensions rising the way they're rising. The Most High is bringing judgment on this earth, man. He's a power of judgment. He's a God of judgment.
Right.
Okay? And he's not going to let the wicked be acquitted, man. The Lord will not acquit the wicked, man. He get acquitted right now because he's in his power. All right? In his court systems. But if it was up to the Most High, he'd be done for already. All right? But just a little bit more time. All right? Just a little while. All right? And this devil's going to be out of there, man. Who's this devil? The so-called white man. The Edomite. All right? Because you so-called white people are the devil the Bible speaks of. Read.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
The mountains representing those governments, man. America is a mountain. Britain's a mountain. Spain is a mountain. Germany's a mountain. France is a mountain. These are the high governments on the earth. Okay? And all of these governments is where the so-called white man rules, has rulership. All right? So everywhere you so-called white people are, the Most High judgment is going to be right there on you, man. All right? People dead. All right? Anarchy, famine, pestilence. All right?
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
See? The heavens, all right, meaning the rulership on the earth, America being the top one, all right, over this earth, is going to be dissolved, man. The scriptures say in Peter's that this is going to be dissolved with fervent heat, okay? America's going to be dissolved, man. All right? Certain other places of the world is going to be dissolved with nuclear heat. A lot of certain parts of Russia is going to get dissolved with thermonuclear heat. All right? This is a nuclear arms war right here, man. Isaiah 9 and 5.
Guys!
You understand? Let's see how the Most High is about to bring this to pass. How is the mountains going to be dissolved, man? All right? You got it?
I got something for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I brought up desolation, which is one of my favorite words in the scriptures. The reason I love the reason I love desolation so much is because the word desolation in the scriptures describe the missiles, man. It proves that the missiles exist, man. That's why desolation or waster or any word that describes actual destruction or actual pieces of destruction according to the Bible is real, man. So, you know, when it talks about desolation or the waster, that's talking about something that can actually annihilate everything, man. To make everything alone. That's what the word desolation comes from. Solitary soldier, alone, nothing there. This is Jeremiah 49, verse 13. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation."
That's good. See, the scripture said, the Most High sworn by himself that Basra shall become a desolation. Now, what was Basra? What is this parabolic Basra speaking of? Because obviously, this is not a modern day place, Basra, okay? This is actually speaking of a top city of the Edomites in the ancient world, all right? So what is one of the top cities of the Edomites in the modern world? America. So that could be likened, Basra is spiritually America now, man, okay? So it's gonna be a what? Desolation.
And these people want to know, and it's, you know, Esau knows that. Esau knows he dwelt in Basra, but they don't teach that in the school system. You remember in the 2nd grade or 3rd grade that the so-called white man, he derives from Basra in Europe? No, you're not taught that. The so-called white man, even the so-called white man, he's not called a white man in the Bible. He's called an Edomite, which in Hebrew is Adawam, which is red man. He's the real red man. Why? Because his blood showed forth through his skin. He has no melanin. That was the curse put upon him through Cain, which passed down all the way down to Esau. And Esau was straight born with no melanin in his skin. But they're not going to teach that in your school system. Why? Because the so-called white man's a devil. He's trying to hide the truth from you, man. And we all know that devil means deceiver or liar or slanderer.
Not all people think devil means that. A lot of people think devil means some red guy, some guy in a red jumpsuit with a trident, you know, poking you in hell. You know?
Sitting on a red throne with like skulls and like lava going. You know, lava's going through hell. And people going, ah! Come on, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. It's not real.
Come. That's right, man. That's what they teach you in the church, man. When I was little, you know, a comic book image of the Bible. And that's mockery, man, you know. That's playing mockery to the Most High, man. Man, you know. Anyway, keep going. It says, Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 13. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse."
The brother brought it out. He said he looked it up. Basra is the capital of Edom. All right. So America is likened to that Basra, man. All right. Don't they got over there in DC that's known as the capital? Yeah. You know, the capital. All right. And what part of government is that part of? They got the
That's an executive branch. So the president.
Five executive branch?
Executive.
How they split it up?
Judicial, executive branch, and legislative branch.
DC, well, in DC, you got, that's what you're talking about?
Nah, I'm talking about the international.
Oh, you're talking about the
church, and then
the three city states.
Three city states.
Yeah. Which one is DC part?
That should be the military. Because Vatican is the so-called spiritual part, and Europe is going to be the economic. So that got to be the military,
Yep. So it says, "For I sworn by myself," said the Lord,
that Basra should become a desolation. That's the word I want to bring out, which desolation, like we're breaking down, means solitary or alone. So it said Basra, like the brother's going into, the city of Edom, is going to be a desolation. Now Basra in the Bible represents America, okay? And the Most High described America being a desolation like Basra, which means it's going to be left alone. America's going to be, there's going to be nothing here. And the only way nothing can be here, which is prophesied by the Bible, is by nuclear missiles, man. That's how there's going to be nothing here left here, by a nuclear missile. All right? That's how there's going to be nothing left in America, man. That's how it's going to be brought to desolation. All right? It keeps going. It says, a reproach. Yeah, because America is going to be the one to blame for all the hell that the earth has become, man. This place and this whole earth has become literal hell, man. Even America. You stupid dummies out here actually think you're free. You actually think that this life you live, going to work every day, right, watching a Super Bowl every year, having your Christmas every year. I mean, these people live in a Groundhog Day environment, man. You know, and you don't know that you're meant for something else. You know, but you're not doing it. Why? Because the so-called white man's a part. He's the devil. You're not waking up to the fact that the life that you live now is not the way it's supposed to be, man. All right, you're supposed to be building your brain power, building your knowledge, man. Not fucking busy, stuck in traffic, trying to get to work and get 2 hours. Not reading for 2 weeks. Not doing anything for your brain, man. Which ultimately, the people that have the real brain power are the elect, the nation of Israel. The Most High gave it to Israel, man. The Most High gave all the other nations a chance through their gods to rule the world, to take over. But no other nation can do it. Only the nation of Israel. And the so-called white man was given everything. The whole world, and what did he do with it? Destroy it, man. So the so-called white man is going to be to blame for what? Destroying the earth, destroying the minds of the people, lying about who the Most High is, who God is, and first and foremost, casting his people into slavery, the so-called blacks, Latinos, them Americans, and making them forget who they are. They're going to be the ones to blame for, they're going to be the ones to blame for the condition of the earth. It says, a desolation, a reproach, a waste, right? This place is going to be totally wasted by nuclear missiles, okay? It says, and a curse. This place is a curse, man. When you send your kid off to school, right? And you had a teacher's parent conference with Billy last week. You come back 2 months later to the same teacher conference, and Billy just turned into, what can Billy turn into? Brenda. Billy's now Brenda. Belima. Yeah, Belima. You just talked to Bob last week or Billy about your daughter or son, right? But now 2 months later, the next class meeting, well, Billy just turned into Brenda or Belina or whatever fucking name you want to call her. Basically, she's a transgender, man, and that's wicked. And here it is, it's in front of your kid, and your kid got to go to school and look. One day was a man, and the next day the teacher's a woman. This is what happens in this society, man. This is what happens in this society, and it's allowed. All right. Not only is this happening in this society, in front of your kids, in front of you know, you can walk down with your kids and you teach them a lesson about God. All of a sudden, two men are French kissing right walking past us, man. This is the world that you live in. All right. So I bring that up because that's a curse, man. This place is cursed. Passing laws for homosexuals, eating all abominable foods. You can't eat everything, man. According to the so-called white man, you can just eat anything you want. Yeah, you can eat anything you want, man. You can eat it. I had my instructor. I was going to this trade school, right? And they talk bullshit. And he's talking about, yeah, man, I went travel the world when I was in Vietnam. And one time I ate lion. He was great. Went to a restaurant, we had lion, man. You know? I was like, damn, these fucking demons, man. He was sharing with all class how we had lion, you know, zebra. He went to New Orleans he went on a road trip with his friends across the country in the 70s as something fun. And he ate possum and squirrel, you know. That's wicked according to the scriptures, man. That's a curse. That's a sin. They have dietary laws. And we could go on and on, man. All right? A reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities there should be a perpetual waste. Wasted, all right? What's gonna waste? When something wasted away, it's not there anymore. That's what we're trying to beat into your heads, man. Okay? All right? What's gonna make America a desolation? Which means nothing there. A nuclear missile is gonna wipe America off the face of the earth, man. What's gonna make America a wasteland? Or nuclear missiles. The same nuclear missile that Kim Jong-il is talking about from North Korea that is gonna blast over here, man. The same nuclear missiles that Russia's talking about, and they're bragging about having a bomb called the FOAB, called the father of all bombs. All right? I think so. They got the Moab and they got the FOAB too. I believe it's called FOAB or something. Yeah.
Moab means of his father. So Moab probably means father of all bombs.
I think that means mother of all bombs. I think.
Yeah, Moab is mother of bombs. Yeah, Moab is where you know the U.S. dropped on Afghanistan.
Yeah, Trump.
Russia got the FOAB.
Moab means of his father.
So, you know, so that's what's going to totally waste. And these people, they still can't wake up to the fact, you know? You people can't wake up to the fact. Why? Because God has blinded you, man. God has blinded you, man. Only the elect is going to wake up to the truth and hear this. Okay? And it says, okay, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, I got some. This is back in Isaiah 34 chapter. Isaiah 34 and 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. And the host means armies. So Esau's fighter jets, his fighter plane is going to be dissolved. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's talking about what? That's talking about that mushroom cloud. And when you look it up, that's actually called the Raleigh. It's actually called the Raleigh-Taylor instability. This one's actually called. It's like the way the air presses down, cool air and warm air, it actually causes it to form like a mushroom. So when it says the clouds, the heavens roll together as a scroll, you take a scroll, you roll it and scroll up. That's the vision that Isaiah saw of the thermonuclear destruction. He actually saw a mushroom cloud, but mushroom cloud didn't exist back then. So when he saw it, he had to relate it to the most common thing of his time. He said it's like a scroll that's rolled up. It's like when you see UFOs in the sky. 1,000 years ago, you would say, yo man, it's lights in heaven, lights in the sky.
Yeah, what else? What are you gonna say?
Today you might say, oh, is that a plane? Is that this? They didn't have that back then. And all their hosts shall fall down. Yeah, all their hosts gonna fall down out the sky. They're gonna be destroyed. As the leaf falleth from the vine, and as the fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Which Idumea is the people that say Edom. So it's going to come down upon Edom, meaning what? You so-called white people. Because y'all are Edom according to the Bible. Because why? It's your destiny to be destroyed. The Most High created every nation for a specific purpose. The children of Israel, because earlier go back to the word Yasha'ah, which means he is a prince of the power. We are created to be what? Prince of the power. The Heavenly Father. Edom was created to be what? The complete opposite of Israel. The same way Israel was created to receive the kingdom, the other nations were created to serve us in the kingdom. That purpose.
I got a precept for you because you mentioned Esau. That's his destiny.
Yes.
Right, to be destroyed. Right, I got you. This is Job chapter 20, verse 24. It goes down to 29. It says, "He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow shall strike him through."
Bow steel?
Yes, slide. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Right, he shall flee from the iron weapon. Now, when you get more specific, let's go into the elites. Because they're going to flee that actual iron weapon, which is what? The thermonuclear missiles. But the bow is still going to strike them through because they're going to escape the missile, but the bow is still, that missile is still going to destroy their society. It's still going to destroy their kingdom. So the missiles is coming, the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, they're going to make it out of here before the missiles hit. But America is still going to be destroyed.
And all people
walking on the soils of America are going to die in this place. A thermonuclear fire in the coming Third World War.
And here it is again, you know, like the brother was breaking down, the prophets described what divisions they saw from God in their terms and in their modern way terms. So when they saw the visions of the nuclear missiles, because the Most High revealed the visions or the destruction of America to the prophets thousands of years ago. They saw today. They saw the visions of today. So when they saw the missiles thousands of years ago in their description, they described it as the fiery fire and slurping. In this scripture, they say the bow of steel, because it looks like an arrow or a bow, right? But it's steel. You just said it right here. An iron weapon. What's that talking about? So that proves that the prophets saw the visions, all right, of America's destruction. That's why in Job was written thousands of years ago, man. And it said the bow of steel, all right? The bow of steel. What's the bow of steel? The same bow of steel that Trump is threatening to use on North Korea. The same bow of steel that North Korea is talking about that they have a missile that can reach Chicago in 20 minutes, man. Yeah. So you people better wake up.
Can I add to your sentiment, right? Also, what shows you that the so-called white man knows about the Bible, they refer to their missiles as swords also, or arrows also.
Yeah.
Right now, when you a missing arrow or an arrow that's lost, or a missile that's lost is referred to a broken arrow. They have a movie about that with Christian Slater.
No, it was Nicolas Cage.
John Travolta.
Nicolas Cage.
What's that? John Travolta.
And Nicolas Cage.
It's called Broken Arrow. Right, so that's showing you that they know about the Bible. Right, because a missing missile is called a broken arrow. The Bible refers to missiles as arrows, as swords. Right?
That's right.
I got something.
You got to read something real quick.
Yeah. There's Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
That's right. That woe, which that woe is talking about that destruction. Why? Because woe means destruction. That second woe is talking about that Second World War. The Bible talks about World War I, World War II, and World War III. World War III didn't happen yet, but you see it brewing, don't you? You see rumors of wars happening, like it says in Matthews. All right, and the proof is in America's rhetoric. What's America's rhetoric right now? Trump is talking about using military force, man.
He said he'll totally destroy North Korea.
That's right. This week he said, now come to the point. He said, look, we will totally wipe you off the face of the map. All right. How are they gonna do that? How's America gonna go wipe North Korea off the face of the map with a nuclear missile? All right. The same missiles that's gonna be pelted here in America, man. So you people better wake up, all right, and realize who the devil is, man, which is the so-called white man, all right?
This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior and with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Right, and that's talking about what? In the ancient days, war was more physical. It was more hand-to-hand combat, right? With the swords, like the movie The 300, the movie Braveheart. It was more, what's that? Kings and Queens. What was that movie? The Land of the Kings, whatever about the Crusades. The last Kingdom, I believe. Braveheart. Anyway, the old warfare was what? It was physical. Swords, you got shields, right? So read that again.
It says, for every battle of the warrior,
right,
is where confused noise.
Right.
The word warrior comes from the word war.
Right.
So the Lord, He's making a distinguish of wars that are being fought in ancient times. Right. So it says, for every battle of the warrior is where confused noise. Those are the ancient wars. It says, but and garments rolled in blood. But this means extinguish. So the Lord's making a distinguish to the war that's getting ready to come compared to the wars from ancient times. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, and it's saying this war shall be with fire, with fuel of fire, man. Showing you that this war is going to be fought through missiles, through bombs, through fire. What's the modern day fire? It's those missiles, man. You know, it's those missiles, man. That's how this war's fought. Even right now, you got drones that they use bombs. They don't fight hand in hand like that. You know, the main and you had Trump that just signed a authorization for them to use more drones, man. Right, so the modern day warfare is fought through drones and bombs, man. And the ultimate cherry on the top of it is going to be. You can flip this around. The cherry on the top of it is going to be those missiles, man. Okay. So that's how this war is going to be fought. That's how Third World War is going to be fought. Read that.
I got this article. This is it's on teleservetv.net. Now this is an ex-U.S. Army official named Ralph Peters, and this is the statement that he said. He said, "Better a million dead North Koreans than 1,000 dead Americans." Peter wrote. The fundamental reason our government exists is to protect our people and our territory. Everything else is grace note. When we're threatened with nuclear destruction by North Korea, a military response is unethical.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rather than inviting a North Korean attack by hesitating endlessly, they're witnessing the slaughter of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of our citizens will be unethical and immoral. So the point being is that he said, you better see a million dead North Koreans than 1,000 dead Americans. So America's getting out of here, man. They ready for war.
To our nationality.
Right, Isaiah 34, verse 4.
I said
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall roll together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down. As the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. Verse 5. But my sword shall be made in heaven, when the host shall come down upon Idumea.
Yeah, Idumea is from Edom, which to be more specific, America. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right, it says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Yeah, people that's cursed, I'm like the so-called white people, man. Because they curse with leprosy. Because they got pigmentation in their skin. So those are the people of the Lord's curse. Go ahead.
Just don't get disrespectful.
Right, it says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made with fatness. And with the blood of lambs.
Yeah, the sword of the Lord is filled with the blood of rams and the blood of goats.
The people that's watching this YouTube program.
They fill with the blood of lambs and the blood of goats, meaning what? The Lord's sword is going to be used as the preparation for a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is fat. It's made
Get
fat.
that out of here, right?
And I would love to say that, but I'm Italian. It was discovered by the Vikings.
You out of order, you a woman, okay?
Swedish. I'm out of order
The
because I'm a
sword of
woman.
the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with
I never
fatness.
touched you.
And with
No,
the
I
blood of
didn't.
lambs
You
and
just
goats.
walked up against me.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams.
So the Lord's sword is going to be used. It's going to be used as like preparation
I'm
for a
trying to
sacrifice.
be educated.
That's why it's mentioning rams. It's mentioning blood of goats.
I'm trying to
Go
be
ahead.
educated.
For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra.
Yeah, he has a sacrifice in Basra. And that's these crackers out here, these devils, Edomites, man.
You were very
They're sacrifice for the Lord.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yeah, the great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
But ain't nobody.
Because America's going to be destroyed away from this destruction. And we can't wait. Go ahead.
I think that's it. You want to keep going? The unicorn should come down.
You keep going. Go to verse 8.
Verse 8.
They said I don't have a
For
right.
it is the day of the Lord. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. And the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Yep, the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. And recompense means what? It means to be paid back. So So guess what? All these nations will be paid back for what they did to the children of Israel. The top nation being you so-called white people, you Edomites, you devils. Right?
It says, and the streams thereof should be turned into pitch,
Right?
and the dust thereof into brimstone.
And that's what happened when the thermonuclear missiles hit. Go on.
And the land thereof should become burning pitch. It says, it should not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof should go up forever.
Right, so in other words, when America is hit with these thermonuclear missiles, the smoke is going to go up forever. The smoke is going to go for a very long period of time. It doesn't literally mean for all eternity. Because when the World Trade Center went down, the smoke went up for weeks. So when America is destroyed, you know that smoke going to go up for years.
It says, from generation to generation it shall lie waste.
Right?
None shall pass through it forever and ever.
Yeah, none going to pass through America forever and ever. So no human being is going to ever walk the land of America ever again. Go ahead.
But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it.
All of them desert creatures, all of those unclean animals was going to be the inhabitants of America. Why? Because when America said with these thermonuclear missiles, certain bodies of water around America is going to be dried up. And those animals are going to make a way here through those areas that was once bodies of water that has been evaporated. They're going to make their way in through that land. That's how they're going to get here, because it's not like the missiles going to come and then all the unclean animals going to be alive. We got to get here somehow, some way. How else would a full foot of unclean animal get? You can't fly. Go ahead.
It says, the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and it shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion.
Right. You shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion. Read on.
And the stones of emptiness.
So it says going to stretch upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. Why? Because in the ancient world, and in places today, you will use stones as borders. So in a line of confusion and the stones of emptiness, meaning what? You're not going to be able to tell the borders of one place to another. That's how that fucking white bitch, man, coming up here ass talking out of turn. Bitch probably was fucking drunk. Look at that bitch gave out fucking taxes, man. The fucking crackers is out of order, man. So they came to the most side fucking destroy you, man. And I don't give a fuck if she was an Israelite phone either. You may be a Jake, brother. She's a fucking demon. You want to that? Right.
Yeah, it says.
You imagine all fucking women talking at the turn. Motherfucker. Got me cursing now. Now I'm getting mad.
Yes.
They should call the nobles there too. Thereof too.
Yep.
The
They're
king,
nobles. They're government officials. You don't call their government officials. Go ahead. Oh, it's called the chief commander. This is saying, for example, let's call it a 5-star general. Go ahead.
where it says, they should call the nobles thereof too, the kingdom, but none should be there.
Yeah, but none gonna be there. Why? Because they gonna be dead. And the ones that ain't dead gonna try to escape. Some of them gonna be in underground bunkers. But guess what? The Lord Scripture says, there shall my hand take them. So you're gonna make your way, dig your way into hell, meaning underground, but you're still gonna be taken. All right? Go ahead. Give me Psalms 28.
And all her princes should be nothing.
Yeah. All her princes shall be nothing. All those other people that was in certain positions of rank in America, their rank ain't gonna matter no more. Their prestige, their honor, it's not gonna matter no more. You know what I mean? Because America will be destroyed. 21:8.
There's Psalms 21, verse 8, and it says, "Thy hand shall find out all thy enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee."
So when you crackers start going underground bunkers, the Most High's hands gonna follow you. Gonna find you. Who's the Most High's hands? We are. We the Lord's hands. The Most High's gonna use us to find you devils. Oh, let's go in a mountain retreat. Oh, let's go in an underground bunker. Let's go in an underwater bunker. The Most High gonna put it in our minds. They right down there, and we gonna find you. Go ahead.
It says, "Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of their anger.
Yeah, the Most High gonna make them like a fiery oven in the time of his anger. So guess what? In ancient when they had them big ovens, them fiery ovens, when you threw something in the oven and in a matter of time it was hot and you turn it right over, guess what? That's how America's gonna be. America's gonna be like an ancient fiery oven, like an ancient furnace. In other words, it's gonna be hot. And we ain't talking 99 degrees, millions of degrees. People gonna evaporate like that. Go ahead. Because of the thermonuclear missiles.
The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit should they destroy from the earth, and they seed.
Yeah, that's the Ma'isa right there. Their fruit thou shalt destroy from the earth. Meaning what? Their offspring. Go ahead.
And they seed from among the children of men.
So only people that's gonna be exterminated is Esau. So who that's really going into specifically? Esau. Can you get the people for that? Hopefully we died at 18 first. Oh, you were very intelligent. Talking about the brothers. And then she can go over there and pull out her phone and start recording.
Right,
What happens?
Over that 18 verse?
18, right?
Yeah.
All right, open down to verse 18. And the house of Jacob should be a flame. The house of Jacob should be a fire.
Yeah, house of Jacob should be in fire. That's referring to the southern kingdom. Go ahead.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
That's referring to the northern kingdom. So it says house of Joseph, house of Jacob will be a fire. It's talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And when it says the house of Joseph will be a flame, it's talking about Ephraim and the rest of the tribes. Go ahead.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
And Esau is for stubble, meaning what Esau is going to be used as fuel for the fire. You know, like charcoal. You take charcoal, you put it on the grill, and you spray the fuel on it, and you throw the match in there or what have you. And the fire sparks up. Well, guess what? That's how these devils gonna be. Meaning you white people, Edomites. Cause you devils got a lot of pride, man. Some white demon came up here earlier, just tried to grab the brother Bible. Let me see that. Bitch, what's wrong with you, man? Look, if your dead man to yourself. You crackers got a lot of pride, man. You got a lot of goddamn pride. Then you was a bunch of so-called black men. Oh, let me see that what you got in here. You an old ass fucking white man. If you trip and fall, you probably break both your goddamn legs. And you'll come to a group of so-called black men. That shows you that people out here, they got demons on them, man. For old ass white woman to do that to a group of black men, she got pride and demons on her. Demons of pride on her. Go ahead. And thinks little of us. Go ahead.
And they should kindle in them and devour them. And they should,
because what? The Most High gonna give, when we exterminate you crackers, we ain't gonna light no match. We're gonna use spiritual power to burn you up. We're gonna burn you devils up. We might have you devils in pits and just do like this. With our hands. And set you on fire. We might shoot lasers out our eyes. Fire out our mouth. You know? We might just do it with our mind. But all white people will be exterminated very soon in the kingdom of heaven.
Well,
And we after slavery.
Yeah, not after a good 1,000 years of hard work, man.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
And that thousand years that's prophesied in the Bible upon Esau. All right. Remember, the earth is going to be at its full potential, man. The earth is going to be bigger. Which means the earth acts, when it turns and circles the earth, the years will be longer. The days and years will be longer. Which means it'll be a longer 1,000 years. All right? Then your ass will be taken out, man.
That's right. You see that right there? See that? He ain't white. You know that?
That's right.
You know, according to the Bible, he's not white, right?
How you know he's black or he's white?
Because we got it in the Bible.
It's in the scriptures.
You don't read it.
I mean,
You don't read it right now.
I believe in Jesus.
Say what the scriptures say.
I never think about it. He's white or black. I just believe in him.
So,
What you say?
So what you think about that? Let me do that. Is that a bad picture?
I mean, that is not Jesus. That's what the Catholic.
So how you look?
I don't know.
You gonna read
He
it?
was a man on the earth, wasn't he?
I read my Bible. I'm waiting for
we got the answer.
See my Lord face to face.
Yeah, we're gonna read about it right
I
now.
don't believe it's that.
Let's go to the Bible, right?
Revelation
No, but I'm a bit-
1
Are you
and
willing to
13.
learn? Are you willing to learn?
You said you're
Are you
waiting.
willing to learn?
I believe in this.
There's one scripture and then you can leave. One scripture for you.
I mean, that was an honest question. That was an honest question, and you didn't give it honest answer.
You see, that's the proof. Israel is nothing but a knuckleheads, man. That's the actual proof that Israel is nothing but a bunch of knuckleheads, man. You know? You try to tell Jake who they are, they don't want to listen, man. You have other nations that rather sit here and listen than our own people, man. Well, the Most High's people.
Yeah, some Edomites.
And then he said, "I'm waiting. It don't matter about the color. I'm waiting to see him."
Yeah,
well, if you waiting to see him, why don't you listen to this one script? They came in here one script, and they can't. They gotta leave.
Speak to you, like the Lord's gonna speak to you face to face.
Yeah. Come.
You see, that damn little Ecuadorian, wherever the hell he was from, this dumb MFer, he comes up here, look at the sign. He spent more time looking at the sign than actually when we started to talk to the guy. You know why? Because he was scared. Why was he scared? He's scared he was going to go to the Bible and prove the Lord was a black man. Damn, I don't know, man.
He didn't want to get convinced.
He didn't want to get convinced. Can you read that anyway? We're going to read it anyway.
They don't want it. That's why. They want to hear smooth
Because they don't want to hear smooth things.
They want to hear smooth things.
Right, Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shah, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants.
Revelation means to reveal. Meaning back, reveal is the covering. So the reveal is the pull back of covering. So it's the revealing or the pulling back of the covering of Yahweh Shah. Something of Yahweh Shah that was covered, that was not peeled back for all to see. Until this particular point in the Bible. Right?
To show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass.
And it was revealed to his servant John to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And those are all the revelations John was getting in the book of Revelation. And we're them servants too. Right?
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
Right, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. The 7 candlesticks represent the 7 churches of Asia Minor. Go ahead.
One like unto the Son of Man.
One likened unto the Son of Man. So in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, meaning in the midst of the 7 churches of Asia Minor, right? There was one he saw being, one likened unto the Son of Man, which means Bonadama, son of the ground, son of the earth, because of the earth is what man was made from. So one likened unto the Son of Man is talking about the one world called Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the path.
Right, clothed with the garment down to the foot. He had a garment that covered him all the way down to his feet, like how we wear. Go ahead. Clothed with the garment down to the foot, go ahead.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. The paps represent your chest and your abdomen. So the Lord had on a garment down to the foot, and he was girt about the paps, meaning around his torso, with a golden girdle. And that golden girdle is something that's used to protect you during battle. So nobody will be able to stab you. Go ahead.
Right, it says his head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white. So the hair of the Lord's head, his beard, and on his head and his hairs, the hair on his head and the hair on his face were white. It was white in color, and it was like wool. Like is a what? What is like? Like is a simile. A simile is something that you use when you is something that a simile is when you compare something using the word like or as, like a metaphor. A metaphor is something that you compare without using the word like or as. If I say that building looks like a tree, that's a simile. If I say that building is a tree, that's a metaphor. I'm comparing it without using like or as. So when it says his hair was like wool, it wasn't actual sheep's wool on his head from a sheep. It was his actual hair. His hair was like wool. His hair was like wool. So it's telling you the Lord's hair was wool. Go ahead.
Right,
If I say, yo man, her hair was as smooth as silk. You understand what I'm saying? If I say, yo, my hair feel like wool. It's woolly in texture. That's why I said that. Go ahead.
It says his head and his hairs were white like wool.
White, you know, it's like wool and texture. This shit was bad.
It says his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
And it was as white. Now it's giving you another simile, as white as snow. So not only was it white, and it was like wool. To get more specific on how white it was as white as snow. So the Lord's hair was pure white. Go ahead. And it's big. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes as a flame of fire. Why? Because the Lord drank wine. And when you drink wine, what happens is the whites of your eyes become red. Okay? So that's what they're talking about. Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
And his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Now, what does that mean? Your feet like fine brass, as they burn in the furnace. If you take brass and you put it in the furnace, what color is it going to come out? Is it going to come out pink? Is it going to come out white hot? They actually got a Bible. They got a Bible, a version of the Bible where it says, and his feet were white hot. You know? So it said, people like fine brass as they burned in the furnace. If you take fine brass and you put it in the furnace, what color is it going to come out? A very, very dark shade of brown. That's the complexion of the Lord. The Lord was a very, very dark-skinned man. Go ahead.
And his voice as the sound of many waters. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
And his voice was as the sound of many waters. Meaning what? The Lord had a powerful voice. And if you know anything about the so-called black man, they never have bass in our voice. Look at Lou Rawls. And you'll never find. That's Lou Rawls right there. Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. Right? Very white. I'm going to say that. Very white. You hear the depth in their voice. Okay? You hear the depth in their voice. They ain't talking about the so-called white man. Oh, Andy. That's the white man voice.
Even old boy, what's his name? The dude that died that played Chef, the Scientologist motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, yeah, even him.
Isaac Hayes said, Jake is known for having that deep voice. Go ahead, a deep voice, man. Our voices are, you know, a black man talking, a white man talking a mile away. We don't got the same vocal tone. Our voices sound completely different. All right?
White man sound like a bitch.
White man sound like a bitch, man. Oh, white. That's how they voice be sounding. Go ahead.
And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword.
7 churches, and the out of his mouth with a sharp two-edged sword. That's about the word, because the word of the Lord is like a sharp two-edged sword. Why? What is a two-edged sword? A two-edged sword is a sword with the edge on this end and the edge on that end. And a two-edged sword is a sword that's can cut you on both sides. For example, and that's why Scripture tells you the word of the Lord is quick and powerful like a sharp like a two-edged sword. Because a two-edged sword, see, you got one-edged sword that only cut one way. So if you want to cut again, you gotta go. You gotta keep turning it. But two-edged sword, you don't gotta do that. It's quick. It's up and down because it cuts on both sides. So that's the word of the Lord, like a sharp two-edged sword. As opposed to one-edged sword, you gotta cut it, you gotta turn, cut it, turn, cut, it's not like that. The word of the Lord is a two-edged sword, man. Right.
And his countenance was
because you can cut somebody with the word, but then again at the same time, if you ain't experienced with that sword, you can get cut too. So you gotta have experience with the words. So you cut others, you don't get cut. Go ahead.
And his countenance was like, and his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength.
Because why? You go to Ecclesiastes 8:1, what do the scriptures say? Wisdom maketh the man's face to shine, right? So the Lord had knowledge, and still has knowledge. Go ahead.
And when I saw him, I fell at his feet.
He fell at his feet.
As dead.
As he was dead, he fell out, he fell to the ground. That's why he couldn't really see the Lord's face. Because Because he saw that light emitting from the Lord's face, man. His countenance as the sun shining, right? You couldn't look him up in his eyes, in his face. So you also had to get a glimpse of the eyes. All right, go ahead.
And he laid.
But we know if this dude was like fine brass burned in the furnace, and he was a dark-skinned man, the Lord ain't gonna have dark feet. And wait, let me guess, he gonna have dark feet and light-skinned calves? He gonna have feet like, his feet gonna be the complexion of goddamn fucking Wesley Snipes. But his calves, but he gonna have the calves of Chris Brown.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, man?
That's-
Saying the Lord got leprosy or something?
That's why he described his feet, because
Exactly.
when he
looked down.
Yeah, when Yahushua came before him, he bowed down.
Exactly.
So he described his
What
feet.
he saw. Exactly.
Yeah, he described what he saw.
That's why he said, oh, I fell down at his feet. You see, his countenance at the sunshine, so he couldn't really look in his eyes, in his face too much, but he saw the parts of his eyes that was red. And when he fell down to the ground, he felt and he saw his feet. He said, oh, his countenance was shining. He had a garment down to the foot. He had on a golden girdle. He had a woolly hair on his face and on his head. And his feet was like fine brass as they burned in the furnace. He wrote down what he saw because he couldn't look him in his face, man. Go ahead, man.
And he laid his
People
right.
are fucking stupid. Go ahead.
And he laid his right hand upon me,
He
saying
laid his right hand upon John.
saying unto me, fear not.
Yeah, don't fear, because he was afraid. He was scared. Wouldn't you be scared?
Son.
Go ahead.
And he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, fear not. I am the first and the last. I am he that liveth and was dead.
Yeah, he's the first and the last. Alpha and Omega. Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet. First and the last. I is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Tha is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. He's the first and the last. The Alpha and Omega, the I and the Tha. Go ahead. He's the beginning and the end. He's the first spirit ever created. And everything is going to end with Yahushua, because Yahushua going to be one that's ushering the kingdom. He's the first and the last. Most shots set that up perfect, you know?
I am he that liveth and was dead.
Yeah, I am he that liveth and was dead. Because the Lord died and what happened? He rose again. Go ahead.
Firstborn of
The
death.
firstborn of death. You know? And the Most High raised him up from the dead. It wasn't like when that little boy died, I believe it was Elijah, or Elisha was.
We're not
It was
talking
Elijah,
about
raised him up from the dead. The Most High raised him up from the dead by himself. Go ahead.
And it says, and behold, I am alive forevermore.
Yeah, he's alive forevermore. And Yahushua is alive in us. Because Yahushua is the Word. And Yahushua said what? That they may be one even as we are one. Meaning in one agreement. So the Most High, so Yahushua's Spirit dwells in us. We are one with the Father and the Son. We are one with the Father and the Son in one agreement. Their Spirit dwells in us. So He lives forevermore. Oh, but the Lord's not walking around now, but His Spirit is still here. He's that comforter. Go ahead.
And have the keys of hell and of death.
Yep, He has the keys of hell and of death. Because Yahushua is known as the firstborn of death too. You know? Hell representing the grave. Most High, Yahushua could put you to death. Yahushua could raise you from the grave. You know? You got something? Give me John the 3rd chapter, where it says He gave him the Spirit without measure. St. John 3rd chapter. Okay? So Yahushua, the Most High gave Yahushua ultimate power. The only thing Yahushua doesn't know is the exact day and time that He's gonna come. Alright? Where it says something right here. Start verse up.
32.
Okay. Something 30, 29.
And also it tells you in St. John, you getting that? 12? Right? It tells you in St. John 12 that anything that the Lord did as far as His spiritual power, that the believers or the elect, they're going to get it too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So those are just some of the things we have to look forward to. You know? As far as the healing and a certain type of spiritual power. Right?
That's right, brother.
St. John's 3 and 29.
Yeah.
He that have the bride is the bridegroom.
Yep.
But the friend of the bridegroom.
The bride is Israel. The bridegroom is Yahushua. Right? The friend of the bridegroom, right? The friend of the bridegroom is talking about John the Baptist. Go ahead.
But the friend of the bridegroom, which standeth and heareth him, rejoiceth greatly because of the bridegroom's voice.
Yes, so John the Baptist rejoiced greatly at the sound of the bridegroom, which is Yahushua's voice. Because remember, John the Baptist was what? He was baptized in Israel in the river Jordan. And then he said, behold, the Lamb of the Most High. He rejoiced at the sight of Yahushua.
Even in the womb.
Yeah, even in the womb. He leaped in the womb, right? He leaped in the womb. Go ahead.
Because of the bridegroom voice, this is my joy thereof, therefore is fulfilled. He must increase, but I must decrease.
Yeah, he must increase, but I must decrease. Because why? Peter and Andrew, right? It was Peter and Andrew that was following John, went to Yahushua. Yahushua was going to increase, but he was going to decrease. His disciples went to Yahushua. But that was all set up in the spirit. Go ahead. Peter and Andrew were brothers. Go ahead.
And he that cometh from above is above.
That's
I'm sorry, is above all.
That's Yahushua. Yahushua came from above, and he's above all. Go ahead.
He that is of the earth is earthly.
Yeah, we of the earth. We earthly. We of the earth. We can't be above Yahushua.
And speaking of the earth.
And we speaking of the earth. Go ahead.
He that cometh from heaven is above all. And what he hath seen and heard, that he testified.
So Yahushua seen and heard that which he testified. So Yahushua said, "What my Father loved me because I do all things that please him." So Yahushua came on earth to do the bidding of his Father. The Most High was doing those miracles through Yahushua. But
and no man receiveth his testimony.
Yeah, no man receiveth of Yahushua's testimony, except the elect, which is the 1/3, because the 144,000 is a part of the 1/3. That's just the governing body. 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes. They're the only ones that's going to receive Yahushua's testimony. They're not looking at it, they're just walking around. And see us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 up there in a sea of people. And we're really speaking it to the camera. Really. We're really speaking it to the camera. Because the Most High don't want them. Think about that. We've been out here for hours. Out of the thousands of people that walk past, nobody really stopped to listen. That shows you how much the Most High don't want these other people. They can't get it. They can't get it. Right? The Most High don't want everybody. Right?
He that have received his testimony has set to his seal that the Most High is true.
Yeah, he that received his testimony has said to his seal that the Most High is true. So we're saying the Most High is true. Right? Because we receive Yahushua's testimony. And we believe the testimony is true. And that he was sent by the Most High. So the Most High is dealing with us. Go ahead.
For he whom the Most High has sent speaketh the words of the Most High.
Yeah, he that the Most High has sent speaketh the word of the Most High. So guess what? The Most High sent Yahushua, and Yahushua is speaking the word of the Most High. That's what John the Baptist is saying. He's breaking it down. Who are you talking to? They tell you who you're talking to? This is these are the Jews. They came to me asking him a question about purifying. So he's explaining to me, breaking it down to them. Go ahead.
Right, it says, for the Most High giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him.
Right, so the Most High giveth not the Spirit unto measure, by measure unto Yahushua. Meaning what? Yahushua had the Spirit with no measure. Meaning there's no limitation to Yahushua's knowledge. The only thing is that, give me Psalm 147:5. The only thing is that Yahushua just don't know the day and hour, the exact time period he's going to come. Because the Most High is supposed to keep that unto himself. And that's the sign between the Most High and the Son, that they're two different entities. Psalm 147:5.
But he knows he's coming back soon.
Of course, he knows he's coming back soon. He just know the exact day and time.
It's like when you imagine like playing a basketball game, when the starters get introduced onto the floor, the star's not called right away. He's the last one called off the bench, but he knows he's gonna get called though. He knows he's right there, So it's game time right now. Right now it's game time, man. And the Lord, his name's it's getting called now. So the Lord's making his comeback, man. He don't know the exact time, but he knows he's right there. He's right there.
Exactly.
Just the same thing, like let's say Michael Jordan knows. All right, they call this point guard. They call him for center. They call him power forward. They call him small forward. I'm next up the bat. He's gonna call me next. Same thing. He knows he's going to be up there next.
Because how the hell we go to the time period Yahushua can come in, but Yahushua don't know. Yahushua knows the time period he's gonna come in. He just know the exact day and time, the exact hour. You know?
All right, Psalms 147 and 5. Great is our Lord, and of a great power. His understanding is infinite.
Right? Understand it's infinite, and that's the Most High. It's understand it's infinite. So that's now the Most High kept it to himself, man. So guess what? Everybody's not gonna know that. You know? Everybody's not gonna know that.
All right, back to St. John 3:35. The Father loveth the Son, and have given all things unto his hand.
Like the Father loveth the Son, and have given all things into his hand. For the Most High loveth the Son Yahushua, and he gave all things into the hand of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And when you go into the book of Corinthians, the scripture tell you what? All things are going to be put under Yahushua, and then Yahushua is going to be put under the Most High. So now all things will be under the Heavenly Father. That's how the Most High set everything up. The Most High is at the top, the under him is Yahushua, and everything is under Yahushua. And when all those things are under Yahushua and Yahushua is under the Father, then all things are going to be in one. That's in Corinthians, like the 15th chapter, I believe it was. I believe it is.
Everything under the Most High through Yahushua.
That's right.
It says
That's how the Most High said that. Surely the Most High will do nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
It says, he that believeth on the Son have everlasting life. And he that
believe in the Son have everlasting life. But like I was saying before, surely the Most High will do nothing. The Most High is not going to do all of this. He's going to send Yahushua to do it. He's the king. But it said, what? Repeat that part again?
Right, it says, he that believeth on the Son have everlasting life.
He that believeth on the Son have everlasting life. And guess what? We all have everlasting life in the kingdom. But what did Yahushua say in John the 10th chapter? He says, I come that they will have life, and that they will have it more abundantly. So we're going to have life, but we're going to have life in abundance. We're going to really live it up. We ain't going to do nothing in the kingdom, man. If you want in the kingdom of heaven, you want to sleep all day, you can sleep all day. You know what I'm saying? Don't get wrong, we're going to be doing other stuff in the kingdom, but we're not going to be bound by men. We're going to take our orders for the Most High and the Son. And in the kingdom, we're going to live it up, man. We're going to live it up. We can't wait for the kingdom of heaven. Y'all can wait, though. Y'all can wait, but we can't. Go ahead, Al.
Right, it says, and he that believeth not the Son shall not see life.
Yeah, if you don't believe the Son, you're not going to see life. That's why Yahushua said what? In John 8th chapter, he told them that they're going to die in their sins. Because they ain't believe the Son. They didn't want to accept him as being the Messiah. Yeah,
it says, but the wrath of the Most High abide on him.
Yeah, but the wrath of the Most High is going to abide in that person, man. They don't want to believe in Yahushua. Only thing you got to wait for is the wrath of the Lord. Can you give me John 8:47?
All right, this is John 8:47. It says, he that is of the Most High heareth them. 47, right?
Yeah.
All right, it says, he that is of the Most High.
Up in verse 43.
All right, John 8:43.
Yeah.
All right, it says, why do ye not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my words.
So Yahushua is saying, who that? The Pharisees? The Pharisees? Can you get up a little bit?
Yeah, it's
the wicked Pharisees?
Yeah.
He says, why do you not understand my speech? Neither because you cannot hear my word. So, what it was this. They didn't have the spiritual ears to hear Yahushua's words. That's why he said that. Why you don't understand my speech? Because you cannot hear my words. You don't understand what I'm saying because most of them didn't give you the ears to spiritually hear it. Go ahead. You need to understand it. Go ahead.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Yeah, the devil. Diabolos, which means deceiver. Go ahead. That's going back to Cain. Go ahead.
and the lust of your father you will do.
Right, the lust of your father you will do, which is what? Murder, sin. Go ahead. So he was calling these, so he called these Pharisees, he said, oh man, y'all just like Cain. Y'all devils. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth.
That's Cain. Cain was a murderer from the beginning. He killed his brother Abel.
Very, very rare.
And he abode not in the truth. Why? Because the Lord asked him, where's your brother Abel? Oh, am I my brother's keeper? Yeah, you're your brother's keeper. You're supposed to watch your brother's back. So he abode not in the truth. He lied, basically lied to the Lord. Oh, I'm my brother's keeper. I'm supposed to know where he at, Lord? What are you asking me for? That's basically what he was saying.
Where it says, because there's no truth in him.
Yep. It's like there was no truth in the Pharisees. There was no truth in them. Go ahead.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, Cain's a liar and the father of it. Just as those Pharisees were back then, and just like our people are now. They're liars and the fathers of it, man. Oh, I love God. You can't spell Christmas without Christ. I love the Lord. That's our people, man. This little light of mine, sing all that bullshit in church. But they don't believe what the scriptures really say. Every time people in church right now, according to the Bible, they're supposed to eat pork. What? What? They don't want to hear that. Imagine telling them that for 7 days you can't eat leavened bread.
Right.
What, nigga? That's it. I look at you. Y'all got no goddamn discipline. Because America's a gluttonous society, so everybody here is fucking fat. You know?
That's why they're literally full of shit.
That's why they're literally full of shit. Your intestines got all kind of fecal matter inside of it. You know? You got all kind of fecal matter inside your intestines, man. You don't eat right. You don't eat vegetables.
Right.
You know? You don't eat fruits. You know, y'all dummies go to the goddamn supermarket.
Even if they do, it's spliced anyway.
If you have to eat a spliced fruit, it's spliced anyway.
You better trash.
They go to the goddamn supermarket and buy goddamn Chips Ahoy cookies. You know? Keebler's cookies. Oreos and shit. Now guess what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna hit you with something. You got brothers out there that eat junk from time to time. We in hell. What the fuck? Am I telling you can't eat a cookie? No, I ain't saying that. But you got gluttonous Negroes out there.
That's right.
Niggas that's you know that big old roll of Oreos like 3 rolls? And each roll got like 22 Oreos each? That's 66 Oreos. A nigga eat that shit in one damn day, man. With a gallon of milk and an orange Sunkiss. Fucking nigga, man. Go ahead.
Right, it says
Niggas on that orange soda, man. Some of that orange soda's in niggas,
That
right?
orange soda got demons on it, just like General Tso's chicken. That shit got demons on it, man. I seen that shit cause fights. Go ahead, brother. I ain't lying either. Go ahead, brother.
it says when he speaketh a lie, he speak of his own.
He's speaking of his own. Go ahead.
For he is a liar. For he is a liar. For he is a liar and a father of it.
Go ahead.
And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not.
Yeah, because y'all was telling the truth. They believed it not. They didn't want to believe it. Now, if he told them a lie, they want to accept it. So the scripture says what? Speak unto us smooth things. Can you get that? Isaiah 30 and 9. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is gluttonous, man. You eat too damn much. I think it's 30. Is it 30 and 9? 30 and 8? Well, read 30 and 8. See what that says. Saying to the sea and see not. 30 and 8. 30 and 9.
Yeah. All right, this is Isaiah 30 and 9.
Yeah.
That this is a rebellious people.
Yeah, these guys. 2/3 of this nation are rebellious. Go ahead.
Lying
Meaning
children.
they going against the Lord. Lying children, and they liars. They always lying. Niggas is always lying about something. The lying saying they love the Lord. Oh yeah, I follow the commandments to the best of my ability. I love the Lord. Some nigga that's lie, they just make up lies. It's like you go, I know one nigga in particular, you know him too. You get around nigga that start lying. I'm like, yo, I just woke up. I just see you 9, 12 in the morning, you going to the store to get something to drink, and you just making up a lie telling me you came from somewhere you didn't come from. Niggas be lying, man. They lie on the word of the Lord. They say, oh, according to the Bible, you know, you don't really gotta go out and teach. Oh, according to the Bible, the Lord's done away with it. Oh, well, according to the Bible, you don't gotta keep no high holy days. Right?
But it says, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Yeah, children that won't hear the Lord, the Lord. They don't want to hear the Lord, the Lord. That's nobody out here listening to us. Go to a Jake and your family and tell them, well, you know, according to the Bible, you know, pork is unclean. Man, that was back then. They start sucking on their fingers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's them. They don't want to hear the Lord, the Lord. Go ahead.
Will say to the seers, see not.
The seers is talking about the prophets. What's that? 1 Samuel 9 and 9, I believe. Or 1 Samuel 8 and 8. At one time, the prophets were called seers. So they say to the seers, see not. Meaning, they say to the prophets, don't prophesy. This dude had a damn choke around his neck, man. He's got fucking quiz out here. Go ahead,
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
You don't prophesy unto us right things. So Yahushua said what? He said, because I told you the truth, you believe me not. Because they don't want to hear the right things to the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, sorry. We'll say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Yep.
Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
Yeah, speak unto us smooth things. You want to hear things that's smooth, the easy going things. Prophesy deceit, you said?
Yeah, prophesy deceit.
I mean, prophesy lies. Tell us lies. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't mind if you tell them, oh, the Most High is okay with homosexuals. They won't mind hanging in it because what? That's a lie. That's a deceit. And that's what they want to hear. Lies are more confident. We live in a world where lies are more confident than the truth.
Yeah.
Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path. Cause the whole
Get out of our way. Move. That's what they saying. Right?
Nobody's listening.
Why don't you go up the street? Nobody listening to y'all. Like that woman I said earlier. Why don't you just go home? Guess what? We'll talk to ourselves forever. And that's the most I want. Probably science to the win, man. We out here for the most, listen, man. Listen, nigga. Listen, man. All right? We not out here for men. All right? We out here for the Lord. They forget John the Baptist was in the wilderness until it's showing in Israel. He wasn't walking around a big city. He was in the wilderness until it's showing in Israel. We're not doing these things for the eyes of men. We're doing these things for the eyes of the Lord. That's why if nobody out here listening to us, we don't give a damn. Yeah.
Right, it says, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy
Get off the corner. Turn aside out of the path. You guys taking up the whole damn block. They're blocking up the street.
And then there's a couple other things. Is it all?
Right, it says, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
We didn't want to hear none of that stuff. And that shows you the same thing that happened to the prophets back then. And there's out there on the streets teaching. They're saying, get the hell out of the way, man. Cause the Holy One of Israel to depart from us. We didn't want to hear none of that Bible stuff. Think about the script tell you that they said the vision is for far off. It's in Ezekiel. They're saying the same thing now. That ain't happened to like another 50 years. That's got when my grandkids are born. That's what they say. Right?
It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel.
Yep.
Because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness.
Yeah, they despise the word and trust in oppression. And what's one example of oppression? America is oppressive government. It's government of oppression that people trust in. But I saw more of you niggas gonna get shot in the street. You know what I'm saying? More y'all gonna get clapped up in the street. Man, brother.
And stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach.
What thing is a fucking museum? Go to the Christmas museum one day.
It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach raised to full, swelling out in the highway.
So the iniquity is gonna be like a breach ready to fall. You ever saw a ceiling, and the ceiling is starting to like swell up because there's a leaking pipe in the ceiling, and the ceiling is starting to swell up? It's a breach that's ready to fall. It's ready to burst at any moment. But that's what the iniquity is like. The iniquity is like a ceiling that's swelling up with water leaking from a pipe that's ready to burst at any time. It happened in Miles before years ago. Probably like 15 years ago. One time I was upstairs in the house, I just heard boom. What the hell is that? Went downstairs, parts of the ceiling was on the dining room table, and all of that, man. Yeah,
Right, and it says, and he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel.
That's better than that.
Yeah.
You wanted something out? Okay, good.
2 Timothy 4:4, I believe.
Alright.
Itching ears.
Right, this is Psalm 69, verse 22. It says, let their table let their table become a snare before them.
Yeah, let the table become a snare before them. Right now, it said table. It's talking about when you study the word. You study the word at a table. You sit down, you will open a scroll up, and you will study the word of the Lord. Now we do it with the Bible. The Bible is codified now. At one time, the Bible wasn't codified. How do we know the Bible wasn't codified at one time? Because when you read the scriptures in the New Testament, they quote out of the Old Testament. You're not saying what chapter and what verse. It wasn't codified at that time. When you read the book of Isaiah, like if you read Isaiah, the third chapter. You read Isaiah 3rd chapter, right? And you go towards the end of the 3rd chapter, it tells you, I'm going to read a little bit, it says Isaiah 3:26 says, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. Now that's the next chapter, with the 4th chapter and the 1st verse. See how it goes right into each other? That's how the scripture was written before. It wasn't codified. There was no chapter this, chapter that, verse this, verse that. When they was teaching, they were just going right to the scripture. They was just going right to the scripture. So read that again.
Right, it says, Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them.
But the table is going to become a snare. A snare is a trap. Like a bear trap is an example of a snare. A person digging a hole in the ground and then taking very, very thin branches, putting it over the hole, and taking leaves and throwing it on top. So like the slightest steps upon that leaf that you think is on the ground, it'll break that branch and you'll fall in the hole. That's a trap. Or a rope with a knot tied in it under some dirt or under grass, or under leaves. That's a trap. So the word's gonna be like a trap unto them. I mean, they're gonna open up the Bible, try to understand it, it'll be all trapped up in the scriptures. That's why what did the Apostle Paul say? Peter said. He said they wrestle with it. He says, but those that are unstable do rest, meaning wrestle. When you trap, if somebody try to get you in an arm lock or leg lock, you got to trap, you're trying to wrestle out of it. So they was trapped up in the scriptures. They were trying to wrestle with the scriptures and get to understand, but the Most High, the more they get to understand it. Right?
It says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should be, and that which should have been for their welfare.
The Bible is supposed to be for your welfare. It's supposed to be for your benefit. Go ahead.
Let it become a trap.
It became a trap unto them. That shows you that snares to my trap. It became a trap unto them, man. You know? That's why they can't get it. That's the reason why when they go into the Bible, they start coming up with their own philosophies. Oh no, the tribe of Naphtali is talking about the Samoans and the Hawaiians, talking about how their hips move. I saw that shit on the damn comment board, man. I was gonna tell you, what's it called? Naphtali is the hind let loose. Yeah. They said, oh no, that's talking about the Hawaiians and how their hips move. I said, what the hell? They wrestling, it's a trap onto them.
Yeah. Right. Verse 23, let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Let their eyes be darkened that they see not. Meaning what? Meaning Most High darken their spiritual eyes, their spiritual understanding. Okay?
Right, it says, last verse, pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
And pour out your indignation upon them, and let your wrathful anger take hold of them. Meaning what? Destroy them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Al.
Alright, it's Romans 11:7. It said, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Yeah. Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for. I'm looking at the scripture on my phone. That's why I'm on my phone in case y'all wondering. It said Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. What's Israel seeking for? Israel is seeking for the truth. But they haven't obtained the truth. Why haven't they obtained the truth? Because the Most High has blocked their spiritual eyes. Because the Most High is all powerful. The Most High is all knowing. The Most High can do as he pleases. Can you get somebody give me Matthew 11:25? The Most High can do as he pleases. This knowledge is the Most High's knowledge. I did a show on this not too long ago. On I believe I did a show on it. I probably didn't do the show about putting schools together, but I think I did. I think I did do it. I went to Daniel 9:7, where it says, "Oh Lord, righteousness belongs unto thee. Righteousness belongs unto the Heavenly Father. It's not even ours. It's the Lord's righteousness. He just imparted it unto his men. The Most High can choose to give you that righteousness or not. The Most High can choose to give you a gift or not. He can choose to give you one gift and give this person another gift and give him manifold gifts. It's all the choice of the Lord." Okay?
This is Matthew 11:25. It says, at that time, Yahushua answered.
Try Luke. It says, you hear these things to babes. Maybe it's 10:25. Yeah. Look for that scripture that says, he have hid these things to babes. When he revealed them unto babes.
What's that? That's this one.
That was it? Okay.
It says, and at that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth,
That's it, yeah.
because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
Oh, see that? It's the Lord's people. He said you hid these things from the wise and prudent. So the Most High can hide stuff. He can hide things. You're telling me the Most High, you can hide stuff, but the Most High can't hide nothing? He hid it, man. What do you think is the purpose of the Most High setting up teachers? The teachers was the ones he gave the knowledge to. Or at least a large amount of knowledge to teach those that didn't have knowledge or didn't have much knowledge. He can do that. He can give one guy more knowledge than the other guy to teach the next guy. He can do that, man. So he said he hid these things from the wise and prudent of this world. Those that are esteemed to be wise in this world and to be knowledgeable in this world. He hid this from them. Because those that are believed to be wise in this world, these different degrees, with this prestige and this honor, held in high esteem, high regard in this world, they're not going to be able to get it. Because the knowledge that they have is knowledge that they believe is the truth. So when you come to them with the Bible, they can't get it. Why? But that's because the Most High hid it from them. Right?
It says, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
He said, I thank you, right? I thank you, O Father, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Father. That's what he said. Thank you for hiding this. Thank you for blinding some people, in other words.
And hast revealed them unto babes.
Revealed them unto babes, the humble. A baby can learn. A child can learn. You ever see those children in kindergarten? You ask them a question, me. Everybody lift their hands up. Everybody want to answer the question. Everybody's attentive. But once the children at 5th grade, 6th grade, they too cool for school. You know? They start playing hooky at 11 years old. Running from truancy. You know what I'm saying? Which the hell with the school system, I'm using that as an example. Same thing with your own children. Once the children reach a certain age, they become rebellious. You know? But when they're in the younger years, they're attentive and ready to learn. They want to learn their ABCs, they want to learn their colors, they want to learn how to count. Once they reach 12, 13 years old, they want to start smoking weed now. You know?
Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight.
See that? It was good in the Father's sight to hide it and reveal it unto others. Go ahead.
All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
So you know the Father if Yahushua builds you onto it, you gotta accept Yahushua first. Or rather, Yahushua gotta accept you. That's what I should have said. That's what I meant to say. You read that, Timothy? Could you read that yet?
Romans 11.
No, Timothy. Oh, where was it just now?
I mean, Romans 11.
You can finish that, and you can go to Timothy 4:4.
Right. Romans 11 and 7. It says, what then? It says, what then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for? And what is Israel seeking for? They're seeking for the truth. They're seeking for answers. But the Most High said they have not obtained it. It says, but the election have obtained it. The election, the only ones that could be of the elect is the people of the nation of Israel. So it says, the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the Most High has a plan to wake up the elect of Israel and blind the rest. According as it is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. In other words, the reason why they're blind is because the Most High blind them. It says that David saith that their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Now, what do you do at the table? You eat. So when they go down to study, these words become a stumbling block unto them, and then they get trapped up with scriptures. And it says, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Why? Because they didn't receive Yahushua. They didn't receive Yahushua as being a Messiah. So that was recompense, payback. Because what? Yahushua is the word. And it's through Yahushua we receive understanding. So being that they rejected Yahushua, they were not able to receive understanding. Because Yahushua is the word. So let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
Oh, that's spirit, brother, because you made a statement. You said they didn't accept Yahushua, that they would get the understanding. That's the reason why the word was just stand to them, because they tried to get on their own.
Yeah.
Yahushua didn't open their mind for them to be able to get over that trap. That's what the Bible tells you. The Proverbs, the first chapter says, surely in vain is a trap set in the sight of any bird. Because you can see the trap in the scripture. Hey, well, with that, we're going to close. We're going to say until next time. Shalom.